I'm James Shaw. I play Link in this new Zelda Link Tears of the Kingdom.
Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
What's up, guys? I'm Billy, or Hugh Magoo, and I play Yuga in the upcoming Zelda.
Alright, how's everyone doing? Number one, hi everybody, it's Bobby. New to all this stuff, but you probably see my face a little bit every now and then. I play your park rangers and also the lovely Talon.
Alright, here we go. That's it, okay, alright. What's going on, everybody? I'm Eric the Epic, how you doing? I do Mario cosplays. Okie dokie, let's go, woohoo! This is very Mario right now. In the Zelda film, I was the lost soul that's in purgatory, helping out Link find his way. Zelda Man, as we call him, so yeah, it was a good time.
Zelda Man.
My name is Michael Schaefer. I go to Full Sail as a student, about to graduate, and I played a role of Ketch in this upcoming Zelda project.
Hey guys, Will Brower here. I play the Park Ranger and the Stranger Danger in Purgatory. And also shout out to Melanie for being an amazing camera person in Purgatory. She wasn't in this interview, but she's an amazing camera person.
What was your favorite scene in the film?
My favorite scene to film would have to be the fact that I got to do a superhero jump down, stab off the tree, and that was kind of something that I look forward to. Always wanted to do the superhero landing.
Rolling action.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it to the post-credit scene, because nothing, I wasn't ready for what we were doing, not at all.
Shout out to Michael being fucking terrifying.
Oh my god, for real. I had to keep my eyes closed for a majority of that, because it was literally like a silhouette and just his smile laughing at me. It's terrifying.
Favorite scene in the film? Probably the scene where either betrays Link or... And the reason actually for that, like, I'd say betraying Link is because, like, I really like the dynamic between Yugo and my character. I feel like we have, like, a kind of a funny little bond of, like, very similar to, like, Starscream and Megatron in terms of, like, how one overpowers the other, but one keeps the other in the line, in a sense. So it kind of works out in its, like, balance in terms of ability.
I think my favorite scene had to be the improv scene that we did with Talon and Link with the run through the forest. It was, all we were told was just like, all right, this is the point where it's just, you find out that he no longer has the Master Sword, and my favorite thing is always improving, so the whole, that's stupid, you're stupid! Well, why don't you just use the Master Sword then?
Oh, I lent it to a friend.
That's stupid! You're stupid! I probably say it was my part that I enjoyed the most.
Nice.
Alright, man, yeah. Favorite scene in Zelda? It's the one where I play in Purgatory. The fun thing about it was playing as the Lost Soul there. Because I'm usually doing more, like, upbeat characters and stuff like that with Mario, Link, you know, Luigi, Waluigi, all that. It's usually more upbeat and more hyped. So to play a more menacing and more deeply satisfying character was really fun to do. So I'm guessing you're different from other Links I've seen.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, all the others had the Master Sword.
My favorite scene to film was honestly the workout scene with James at the beginning with Bobby, because that was just a lot of fun to work out and see what James can do as Link and what Bobby can do. Honestly, wasn't expecting that. I was gonna say Purgatory at first because that was a lot of fun, but the workout scene.
Favorite blooper?
Oh god. If we had had it, I would say it was me falling in the water in recent filming, or any of the times that my hat has come off.
When you drew your sword.
Yeah, anytime I draw my sword, or, you know, just just about doing anything.
On and action.
A normal Link would do, and his hat would come off. Nope.
One of my favorite bloopers was how I wanted to quickly change a line real quick because I thought it would be funny, where Link jumps down, he clashes with Yuga, and he's like, Talon, get out of here, don't worry, I've got this. And so I was just like, okay, this will be funny. So then I yell back, catch, go after him, he does not got this.
Action.
Talon, quick! Get out of here! I got this!
Catch, make sure Talon doesn't get out of here. He don't got this.
Quick! Talon, get out of here! I got this!
Catch, make sure Talon doesn't get away. He doesn't. I'm about to say it again.
Favorite blooper, I did something really funny during the betrayal scene where I was shaking my coins that I got from Yugo, like it was the currency that he was rewarded for betraying Link. And I kept like shaking these, coins. And, Billy, that's the actor's name, got really annoyed and actually broke character, says, will you stop that?
And now, the king.
Will you stop? Sorry!
And now the kingdom is ours. You ruined it.
And, I kind of stopped like suddenly, and it kind of made for a really funny scene.
I can tell you, mine, it actually came out pretty good. When I got blasted back from the portal, I wasn't trying to fall on my butt right there, so I had butt pain for 2 weeks.
Fuck! Fuck! Told you it wouldn't work! Shut up! I'm getting through!
Selling your soul for a good film.
I think one of my favorite ones happened to be during the training arc at the very beginning. When it came to a lot of those scenes, like for instance, the sword fight with the sword flying into my hand, none of that was scripted. It just kind of worked. Or the, with the punch of the shield. I did not mean to throw my ass back that far, but it kind of worked.
My favorite blooper was watching Melanie try to climb a tree for a shot. We got the shot, but she almost fell off the tree. I'm not going to show it, but that's my favorite blooper in my mind.
Do you think you pulled off the character as well as the last actor, which may or may not be me?
Speaking to the man in front of and behind the camera.
Just gonna take that away from you.
I would say that it's two different Links, so it's I want to say that I did a good job for never acting before, so I'll take that with a grain of salt. Is that it's my first time ever doing anything like this.
How do you like your interpretation of Yuga? Do you feel like you pulled him off pretty well, or what would you have done
for
differently?
what little information we gave ourselves, I think I did a good job. If I could change anything, I wish I could have picked a different voice. But it wasn't until like almost finished with filming where I went, I could have done this, or I could have done this. And then the voices kept piling up. And I was just like, man, note to self, start planning characters before the first day, like...
I feel like I pulled it off perfectly,
But Zelda, that baddie.
Like, if I'm like the actor, I'm definitely like,
That baddie.
either the Robert Pattinson or Christian Bale of the Batman characters in terms of actors. Like, I'm the best one
That baddie.
because I've been there for all the days,
You're the first one that revealed the face under the mask.
Yes, yeah, and he's emo.
I was about to say, do you want to?
Ask her if she wants to buy a taco.
I was going to ask you. Do you want to get saved by a couple plumbers?
Do you want to buy a taco?
I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, I think we did a good job. Now, obviously, when you look back at these old characters versus the new ones, it's like night and day, not the same thing. But I feel like it's kind of better that way. That way, it's just like you're seeing this character be portrayed by different actors. You get to feel a different kind of vibe to it, a different experience.
Oh.
That's an interesting point because it reminds you of like any Zelda game, you know? I mean, you're always playing as Zelda and it changes based on what his reincarnation is. So it's always the same character, but it's being portrayed from a different light.
You mean Link, right?
Zelda.
Link.
The main character of Zelda, Legend of Zelda.
Say Link.
Zelda.
Link.
Zelda is a boy and you play as him.
Zelda man it is.
I think I pulled off the characters pretty well because it's mainly just extras and I don't really have to think too much about it, but like the park ranger was just, we're here to serve, sir, yes sir, and the stranger in Purgatory was just, follow me, I have to act creepy now, like change up the attitudes of the two. So it was a lot easier than being a wizard like the last movie.
Would you play this character again for a sequel? Because technically you have already. You played him first in Unknown Plumber.
Yes. Technically, this is my second time. I will continue to play it until
Let's go. We're going to use you for like 3 more movies.
and that's cool with me. I like it. I
We're
like
gonna
the
use it for 3 movies, and then we'll kill
And
you
then
off
we're gonna
and replace
stab you
just
to
like
death.
we did with the original guy.
Wait, what?
That guy again?
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, I would. Like I said, while playing as a ranger was, you know, generic extra of the day, which I don't mind at all, I feel like playing Talon, it was a lot of fun. It allowed me to just be different. It was no longer the superhero shonen character. It was just a fun goofball that says and does whatever the hell he wants because he's seen too much shit in his day.
Those are always the most fun characters to play.
You ain't no wizard. You must be a follower of Ganon. You wanna be?
Would I do him again? First off, because I didn't even answer the last question. I feel like I did it as good as I could do it. You know, I'm not the other person, but I watched the films, and Waluigi being basically John Wick was really fun to watch, and I tried to do that as best as I can in other films here. But Lost Soul was a new one for this one. So it was fun to do. Like I thought it was just going to be a straight up background character, but he ended up being a bit more important to the plot than I thought. So it was just really fun. I had a good time. I'd definitely do it. Always having a blast with the Zaandarbrow crew.
Honestly, I would play the characters again if they were still alive. So, you know me, it's my channel. I'd do anything.
Yes, I would honestly. It was really hot out, so the only thing I would do is be shirtless, if anything. Maybe be shirtless, so I have to work out a little bit because it is really hot in Florida. And that shirt I was wearing for him, let me tell you, I was sweating profusely.
Worst part about filming?
This suit is extremely hot. It's 3 layers and many leather-bound pieces.
I like how so far everybody's big complaints have just been, oh, the wardrobe's terrible.
As well as the fact that it's a wig and this hat,
I gotta
and
be
it's
honest, though.
very hot.
Most of the wardrobes are self-equipped.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't my fault.
It was your fault. It was all your fault.
Okay.
What was the best part about filming?
Best part about filming was the camaraderie with the friends, the fight sequencing. I've never gotten to do choreographed fighting, and that was something that was really cool to me, something I've always wanted to do, and it's been a blast.
Best part about filming?
Best part about filming, probably the costumes and just playing with standard swords. They're just super fun to play with. They're just, it's just fun.
But I say the best part is easily just being able to get away from life and just be able to have fun with all you guys out here. This is probably the one thing I'm always looking forward to. But then at the same time, yeah, it's probably that worst part is with us coming around more in summertime, it is just hot, especially when we're wearing all these thick layers of just extra clothing. It's fun, but we're dying.
It's obviously the same answer. It's the heat and the humidity and everything. Like we have these cool ideas and plans and everything, and there's so much fun to do. But by the time we're done shooting, you're soaked in sweat. You're just like, I just need a shower so bad. I'm so uncomfortable. Yeah. But the best part about it, honestly, I'm just happy to be a part of the project and be making fun things like this. Growing up, I always wanted to make, Mario or video game films. You see them on YouTube here and there, whether if it's people doing parkour, or if they're doing, actual storylines and stuff like that. So much fun. Always wanted to be a part of it. And now I'm doing my TikToks with Mario and Luigi jokes at Eric the Epic. But to actually be part in like an actual film with an actual storyline is so much fun. younger me would be jumping for joy if he knew that we were doing such cool stuff.
Very felt.
Worst part about filming was probably the heat. I usually say it's getting everyone together at once because scheduling, but it was the heat because it's in summertime now in Florida, so I'll have to agree with everyone on that.
It's my own fault. I knew it when I picked it. But my wardrobe choice has to be the stupidest choice I could ever make filming in spring, summertime Florida. Because it's a wool trench coat. Like, that would be my biggest mistake when it came to this. Would I change any of it? No! Of course not.
Probably the heat. Like, there was one point where I probably had a heat stroke. Like, I almost had a bloody nose. Actually, this is not even part of filming, but I forgot I had to film right after Rockville. And if you see this little, you know, piece over here, I got f***ed up during Rockville when I saw Avenged Sevenfold set. I was in the mosh pit, and yeah, let's just say I got destroyed pretty hard.
Best part about filming was having everyone there in the same day. Because we had a camera guy, we had a choreographer, we had the actors. Best part about filming, having everyone there on the same day. A lot easier to film.
What is your favorite Zelda game?
I mean, I go back to playing the originals, but if I had to pick based off of replayability, it's gonna be Breath of the Wild.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah, then we did. Just got the credits.
I would say my favorite one growing up was. Well, look who's here!
Walu, look who's here!
It's the other Link.
Hey,
Thought I'd
Zelda
stop by
Man.
and say hi.
What's up, Zelda Man?
What am I watching?
Oh yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
right.
So, favorite Zelda game, I actually grew up playing Twilight Princess on the Wii. That was one of my first actual Zelda games because we grew up more with PlayStation and Nintendo. So it's just like that when the Wii first came out and it was the whole rave, we got one. It's just like that was the first one that not only that I played but also beaten. And I'm a sucker for the whole anime kind of like vibe they have going on for the entire thing.
They did a really good job with that. It was a really fun game, honestly. I revisited whatever. Anyway, favorite Zelda game, Wind Waker, hands down, easily, no muss, no fuss. The gameplay is fluid, it's beautiful, Link's very expressionful. The introduction of the combat system with the A react was a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Toon Link and Toon Zelda, cosplaying them both, and I'm gonna eventually combine them too. So it's Toon Link dressed up as Toon Zelda with all those effects. I'm just gonna carry on a sign that says, "You call me Zelda so long, look what happened." And it's just great game. But of course, Ocarina of Time is the first game I ever played and beat, and that deserves to be mentioned in this questions that we're answering. So, Ocarina of Time's good questions.
All right.
Favorite Zelda game is definitely Twilight Princess on Wii. That was the first one I officially played, and then I backtracked and went to Ocarina of Time.
Favorite Zelda game has to either be Breath of the Wild or Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is a classic, you know. I first played it when I was like 9 or 10 on the 3DS, honestly, so technically not the original, but still counts. It's kind of like playing Mario DS, like Super Mario 64 DS, like it's still the same thing. Breath of the Wild I do like a little bit better, just because like I like the mechanics in the game and just overall the overall just layout and graphics. I really like how it's simple. Like it's not a game that's like hard, but it's not a game that's easy either. Like it's kind of has a balance that I like.
I have not played a lot of Zelda, but I would probably say Super Smash. No, kidding. I would probably say Wind Waker.
So I guess a few other things too, just before we go off. This is obviously appearance number 2 for you. This is the 3rd movie in Phase 2, followed by Zelda. No, my bad. Followed by Snake and Unknown Plumber. So.
3rd movie or 2nd movie?
3rd movie. Unknown Plumber's movie number 2.
Technically Phase 2.
Yeah, it is Phase 2. It's a sequel, well, prequel to Smash. But yeah. What would you say you think of Phase 2 so far? Have you seen Snake?
I have. I watched all of the Snake film. I've seen Unknown Plumber, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've tried to go back and get the lore from everything else. I know Phase 2 is a bit different, but I watched all of the new Snake movie, and I really like where we're going in this whole universe.
I'm glad. have we gotten better at filming? Zaandarbrow,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
How so?
How so? Better equipment, better effects, actual care. It's really hard to like pinpoint exactly like what, but it's just like overall in general, we're starting to like really put ourselves into it more instead of just, oh, this would kind of be fun, let's do this, throw it on YouTube. We're actually like making the effort. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out Reese's Q&A on the Knife Stalkers channel, because we actually do go into a bit of how James got casted as Link, how Shady's doing in this new era of Zaandarbrow. So it's a lot of, good questions. Check that out.
I saw some of Sandra's previous work, and I do have to say the effects are probably going to be a little bit better since, you updated and kind of honed your craft. I do think we also have an FX artist who's really good that we're going to be in touch with. And we're not sure if it's 100%, but this guy has worked on some incredible stuff, and, we can't wait to see what he does with it.
What was, if there's anything you hope for the future, a year, 2 years from now, what would it be?
In the sense of
For your character, like
my
where it goes.
character. I'm really excited to play this older, like more jaded, I guess, form of Link, and I'm looking forward to seeing him grow and maybe find his younger self again.
Aha.
Feel rejuvenated and ready for a new life.
Honestly, maybe even literally.
Oh shit!
Alright, well, let's end this interview by you literally promoting yourself, please.
Alright, so yeah, again, I'm James Shaw. You can find me on Instagram at JimboNation1360, and that's pretty much all I really have.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've played multiple characters in the NCU at this point. That goes for Neil, which Unknown Plumber 3 technically is a prequel to Smash, so that is technically
In
the
the
second
NCU.
film in Phase 2. You've played the Dark God, and now you're playing Yuga. What would you say has been your favorite character? And if so, why?
Well, so far, I would probably... It's kind of hard, because it's like... Because I haven't done a whole lot, Dark God is not on my top. Just because I haven't done a lot with him yet. I say yet like I know anything. But I haven't done anything with him. But between like Yuga and Neil, it's like Neil, I pretty much got to bring everything to Neil. Like Neil was 100% like my direction. Like Brower kind of gave me this character. I kind of rolled with like the first season, and then like I kind of got to help flesh out the character a little bit more, and then like I've got so much more with Neil that I get to keep going with. But the thing that I really liked about Yuga is just the fact that I don't get to play villains often, and I liked doing it this go around, and I'd like to, do it again with maybe a different personality trait. Instead of that elegant person, maybe a psychotic, I want to be Michael, damn it.
You want to be Michael. You want to be the Terrifier, not the Terrifiee.
Exactly.
So what's your opinion of Phase 2 so far? With Snake, and then Unknown Plumber, and now Zelda? Like, and kind of like what we've been setting up with, like, Michael's character, which shall not be named.
I haven't watched any of it.
You haven't watched Unknown Plumber yet?
I actually haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it yet, no.
Oh, wow.
No, I haven't had a chance to watch any of the Phase 2. Jesus, words.
Alright, well, I guess just gonna wrap this interview up. 2 questions. Number 1, what was your opinion on filming Zelda? Like, how was the experience overall?
The experience was really interesting because as a guy that's barely played Zelda, and we basically took a character whose just name was the villain in one of the games, we just kind of went, hey, he's coming with us, he's gonna, just be in it. So the guy that barely played Zelda got to play a character we barely knew anything about. I figured that, worked really well.
Alright, and the last thing is just promote yourself.
So yeah, if you guys want to find me anywhere else, I'm mainly on Instagram at HughMagoo. Maybe I'll actually use TikTok of the same name. Who knows?
Alright. In your opinion, where do you think the story's going? I know in Bobby's case, you're kind of already aware of Waluigi. In the very next film, Waluigi's next, so...
Wah!
Where do you think the story's going to go from here, considering that little ending?
Who are you?
So if we're going off of the final ending of this movie, what it's starting to show, it's while our heroes have been, going on their own separate stories since Smash, you're also starting to find out that these villains from these different movies are starting to come together. We don't know exactly what's going on just yet, but something's building, something's getting ready, a war's coming kind of vibe.
Honestly, same. It's cool to see everybody's character development for their characters, to see where they're going, but there's always the foreshadowing of what's going on in the background. So you know something cool is coming, and it gives. If you're watching the films and you're really getting invested in it, and you're worried and caring about the characters and everything, it makes you a little anxious. You don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see what the future lies.
Now, the last thing I'm going to ask is, what has been the standout role of this film so far, in your opinion, for Zelda?
I feel like if I had to go over anything, it's remembering who you are. Because if in a way, it feels like during this entire film, while it's not really so much of him trying to seek in himself, this is a story that's taking place, after everything that's happened in the first Zelda movie and Smash. He's trying to come more accustomed back to his side in Hyrule. No one really knows who he is, and it's just like coming to terms with that, while at the same time becoming one with himself again.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Basically, I was asking what was the standout role, but I'm glad you answered the theme question. What's the theme in your opinion of Zelda?
Self-reflection, self-discovery, and self-acceptance. That's what I'm getting from it. There's a lot of symbology in there, and I feel like it's just Link coming to terms with the reality of things.
All right, I'll let Brower sign y'all out.
All right. Again, introduce yourself and promote yourself. You got anything on the socials?
My name is Bobby. I actually have my own YouTube channel, Bobby Sama. I do little wacky shit, play video games with my siblings, just fun stuff every now and then. I'm also a graphic designer on Instagram. You can look me up also at Bobby Sama. I do art pieces a lot on there, so if you ever looking for commissions, hit me up.
This guy's work is great. I'm Eric. I go by Eric the Epic as one of my main cosplay handles. I'm a cosplayer. I do Super Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. Happy Mario Day, everybody! From both of us here. Do a bunch of other characters too, like Sans Undertale. But I'm a life coach. I help people, find self-ease, self-acceptance, help them reach their potential. I'm a life coach in leadership, communication, accountability, self-growth, and self-discovery and all that. So I do all of that. Like I said, I'm the cosplayer. You can find me, most of my socials tag is Epic Eiley Eric, and that's spelled Epic, E-I-P-I-C. That's most of it. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, I'm trying to get built up, and Twitter are probably the three biggest things right now. But if you're looking for life coaching, hit me up at Epic Life Coaching. Happy to find your epic path.
Nice. Thank you, gentlemen.
So I don't really use social media, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm kind of private, but my name is Delicious Mike. I do have a YouTube channel I'm gonna make, but I'm not telling you that right now. If anything, if you see me in 10 years that formed the metalcore band, that was me. Yes, you would see this video and you'd be like, holy shit, that guy was from that band, and that'd be fucking funny. But I don't think that will happen, but anyways.
And guys, that was me, Brower, Zaandarbrow. Follow the YouTube channel and Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. Zaandarbrow all around. And Shady did help direct this film, so expect some interesting scenes connecting the Phase 2 to Phase 1 to Smash 2 coming soon. Not soon, but you know what I mean. Connections! What's your favorite scene and what's your favorite movie? Comment below, let us know what you think. Subscribe.